it's Laynie and welcome to my channel. How are you guys doing today? Leave it down below. I love hearing from you. So sorry, I am still congested. Oh my goodness, we are fighting off the flu. We had it last week and I swear it just will not go away. I'm so ready to feel 100% again. But anyways, that has nothing to do with today's video. Today's video is about new fragrance products at Target, which I'm so excited about because first of all, I can finally smell them again. And second of all, I can wear fragrance again. I was feeling so crummy with the flu that I actually was not wearing any perfume. I know. That tells you how bad I was feeling. So if you want to hear all about some new affordable fragrances at Target, make sure you click that subscribe button and join the fam. You won't regret it. I'm not going to ramble. I'm going to stay to the point. Let's get going. First of all, I have to say thank you so much to Good Chemistry for sending me a package. Oh my gosh, I truly can't believe it. I was blown away that they were even willing to consider my little YouTube channel over here. And they were so kind and sent out their brand new fragrance, Not That Vanilla. This is available at Target, which I love because I love when things are A, affordable, and B, most people can hunt them down. Most of us have a Target somewhere around us. These are a 1.7 fluid ounce bottle, and I am truly blown away by the bottle. It looks like a little science beaker, which is super cool. The bottle just gives you an experience, which is also a part of the whole fragrance addiction over here. I love the experience of the bottles, the look, the glamour, and this is doing it. These are $26.99. Very affordable for an eau de parfum, which I think is super awesome. For being something you can pick up at Target, this fragrance is quite unique. We have notes of bergamot, cocoa bean, and amber. It says enchanting and nostalgic with twisted elegance. And I do think that is a great description. To my nose, this very much to me reminds me of a softer, a bit tamer version of By the Fireplace. If you like something in that realm, you will enjoy this. This is quite toasty, quite smoky. Smoky fragrances are not my absolute favorite. I will be honest and say smoke can really deter me from a fragrance, and this is definitely growing on me. This is a great wintry fragrance, very unisex. There is something very grown about this, but also a little sexy, playful. Very, very unisex. I do wish I got just a bit more vanilla from the amber that is in there, because to me, By the Fireplace is very vanillic. This one has less vanilla. This one is a little more toasty, smoky. They recommended pairing it with Sugar Berry. This is their body mist, and oh my goodness, now when I pair these together, I really do enjoy it. Sugarberry to me is a lot of sugary, like soft sponge sugar and some raspberry in there, but I get just a ton of sugar, which plays really beautifully with Not That Vanilla. It amps up the sweetness. It makes it a little more feminine versus unisex. This is how I wear something smoky. I love bringing that sweetness forward. So Sugarberry really is a beautiful pairing with Not That Vanilla. It is unique. It is not something you typically find at somewhere like Target. There really is something quite different and edgy to this fragrance, which I think is really cool because again, that's not something you typically find at Target. And then today in store, I got a chance to sniff a couple I hadn't yet, so I did want to share that with you as well. I finally got my nose on Being Frenchy Desert Rose. This has blooming roses, golden pear, and cypress wood. This actually was something I liked more than I expected to because I'm usually really not a rose fan. Once in a while a rose gets me, but typically it is not my favorite from the florals. This was really juicy and bright and uplifting, which I found really was drawing me in. I think that's what my nose is craving since I am over winter. I'm ready for springtime. This was just that bright, happy, inviting type of fragrance. There was really a lovely juiciness in there. It was a very bright, vibrant rose. It wasn't dense, it wasn't heavy, it wasn't vintage. I honestly really did enjoy it. I don't think this one lasts very long. I sprayed it on my arm and that was about three and a half hours ago, and I can't smell it at all anymore. So I don't think this one is a powerhouse. I do feel like you would have to bring the bottle with you to spray yourself down if it's something you want people to smell throughout the day on you, because it is a very refreshing, watery type of rose, so I just don't think it can last. And then one I was so excited to finally get my nose on, this is the Finery No Prints Required, which is supposed to smell like Kilian's Princess, which I am a huge fan of that fragrance. It's beautiful. It is such a grounded, earthy matcha marshmallow fragrance, and it's just unique. It's very approachable and enjoyable because it is so marshmallow forward, but there's something about the grounding that happens from the matcha note that I really enjoy. The Finery version has night blooming jasmine, pink marshmallow, and amber. I will tell you, when I first sprayed it, I was kind of like, ooh, I don't think I like this. The alcohol smell was quite strong in the opening. It took a while for that to dissipate, and then there was just something that I was just not loving. Then about maybe 10 to 15 minutes later, it really started to waft through the air really beautifully. To me, this is a bit more of a toasted marshmallow than Kilian's Princess. This has a little bit of a smokiness in there. And as I mentioned, smokiness isn't usually my favorite, but when done well, I can enjoy it. And there is something about the Finery's No Prints Required that the smokiness actually works really pretty in there. It makes it a bit more unisex than the OG. This one really walks perfectly down the unisex line. If you are a man who feels confident enough to wear marshmallow notes, I think this would be a nice one, but it is a bit more toasted smoky than Kilian's Princess. I do think this one lasts really well because I'm still picking it up on my arm, and I only did like 2 sprays on my one arm. And as I move around here in my room, I am getting wafts of it. For a $29.99 eau de parfum, you can't beat it. So far it's lasting really well, and you get 2 full fluid ounces from the Finery. I personally don't need to add Finery's No Prints Required to my collection because I have the Duo version of Princess, which smells very accurate. Like, it is very similar. This one has kind of its own unique twist. And then two that I wanted to get to you guys so much sooner, like when they first launched, I picked them up and then I got the flu and I felt awful. There was no way I was filming, and then I couldn't smell anything. So I'm very excited to finally bust these open and check it out with you guys. I personally think for a drugstore, Target is where it is at when it comes to fragrance. They just have amazing options for such affordable prices. I do think that mixbar is not the longest lasting. Most of them, except for, I gifted my grandma one. Let me think, what's it called? I gifted my grandma Cloud Musk, and she is obsessed with it. That one does last really well. If you enjoy something in the Glossier realm, that definitely reminds me of it. Some of my other mix bars aren't the longest lasting, but the bottle is like the perfect size to pop in your bag. These are a 1.7 fluid ounce bottle, and this is the brand new one, Sugared Violet. I do love a good sugary violet note. It says a sweet twist of sugared berries, violet petals, and creamy sandalwood. I love that it tells you the perfumer too. The perfumer is Gino Contino. I might have butchered that. Not to bash the other fragrances mentioned, but holy moly, these come in at $19.99 for 1.7 ounces of actual perfume. I think that's almost unheard of. How do they do it? Ooh, okay. The opening is very juicy, fruity. I almost would get something citrus in there. There's nothing citrus listed, but I definitely feel like I pick up some citrusy notes. Then I get some soft violet petals. In the air, it is really sugary and soft. It's funny how up close, I get more of that kind of floral vibe, but in the air, as it moves, I really do pick up those sugary berry notes, which is really pretty. And then creamy sandalwood. I really like this one. This is a very happy and feminine type fragrance. The color of the bottle is perfect. This is just an easy reach, easy wear. It's not complicated. You don't have to like question, am I gonna bother people? It's just really likable. If you like their hibiscus fragrance, if you like their passion fruit nectar, I think you would really like this. This one just yells springtime. This is gonna be beautiful this spring. It's very Eastery, honestly. Now this one sounds like an very interesting addition. This is called Honey Milk. I feel like people either love a honey note or they hate it, so this is a bit of a bold addition to their line. This says an irresistible combination of warm honey and sweet cream. This is by Jerome Pinette. And again, 1.7 ounces, sitting at right under $20. This is a very true honey fragrance, like very realistic honey. I do feel like I need to put a little bit of this on skin to see how I really feel about it. I already own Ellis Brooklyn Bee, which honestly is a favorite of mine. That is a very velvety honey fragrance. There's a cocoa note in there that is beautiful. Wow, this one is seriously honey. It's almost going a little animalic, which I hear people say that about honey, and I typically don't understand what they're talking about, but I actually do understand right now smelling this. I will honestly say I would be scared to wear this outside because I think bees would honestly come after you. There's something almost a little cough syrupy in here to me because it is such a strong, rich honey note that my brain kind of goes like cough drop, cough syrup. I really thought I was going to get more of the creamy milkiness from this. I would almost think there's spice notes in there, like maybe a cinnamon. It is such a warm honey that it seems almost a little spicy to my nose. I think a like latte note in here would have done wonders for this. It just needs just a little bit more fluffiness, a little bit more milkiness, like a whipped milk, like the top of a latte or a cappuccino. I do wish there was just a little something else in there. This was honestly a bold move for Mixbar. I'm also impressed with the fact that this to me is more of like a niche experience. It's interesting, it's different. It is definitely not your easy reach, easy grab type fragrance like Sugared Violet. This is the kind of very easy to like, easy to buy fragrance. That was so fun getting to play with fragrance finally after almost 2 weeks. Have you guys tried any of these new fragrances from Target? If so, leave your thoughts down below. I love hearing from you. And that is all for today's video. As always, please try to stay positive because at the end of the day, that is truly all we can try to do. Mwah. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.